Let's start getting all this stuff out. Okay, I think I'll keep these ones to wear during the week. I ran out of tape. Ah! Are you sad Bonnie's leaving? So I just deadlifted this box all the way to my car. Let's do a little room tour. Here's my room. This is my shelf. I have an obsession with Russian dolls. Don't judge me. My desk. All my little pens and stuff, because you can't have enough colorful pens, can't you, Brie? I have the places that I've been in blue pens, and then I have the places I need to go in white pens. I'm coming for you. Beautiful bed. Fun fact about my bed, I had a bed frame, but then I didn't realize I bought a full-size bed frame for a queen-size bed. On top of my room, I have all of the jackets that I served in, and the reason why they're hung up like that is because it reminds me of when I retired as a state officer and also as a national officer, and we hung our jackets on hooks, symbolizing that that part of our life is over, but we're thankful for what we've done, the people we've met, and the accomplishments we've had. So that's kind of how I wanted that to look. So I'm always thankful. Be thankful for that.
Hey y'all, it's Brie. Welcome back to Table of Plenty. This month's theme is Fresh Start. December was all about starting the platform. Table of Plenty, we're good, we get you. Since we're in 2019, it's time to kick off like our year with a beautiful fresh slate. Obviously, January, fresh start. For those of you that follow my personal account, you know that I've been kind of MIA from Table of Plenty just to do some traveling, because I've got a little travel bug from this last year. I went to New York because, you know, trying to be a New Yorker, yeah, in the back of your throat to get the good old East Coast sound. I can't do it that well. I'm in California. I went to New York to go see some friends and also to go see the ball drop. If you've never done that, please put it on your bucket list. Millions of people watching across the country and also in Times Square was absolutely like incredible. When I was in New York and I watched the ball drop, I realized to myself quickly that one of the traditions of the new year is to always have a New Year's resolution. I was thinking to myself on the plane back home, I was like, you know, I don't really have any New Year's resolution. I have goals. I want to spend time with my family. There's not really like a set goal or that I have, like a resolution, like something I want to change for the new year. Because a lot of times when I've had New Year's resolutions in the past, it's been, oh, I want to stop eating sugar. That stopped real quick. Oh, I'm gonna run every day. I absolutely hate running, but I'm also extremely ambitious. Instead of taking it slow, I tried running a mile every day and end up totally falling on my face. Not physically, but totally just stopping the New Year's resolution in general, because I'm like, no, like me run a mile every day, please. Majority of us in this world, New Year's res aren't the best for us. I'm trying, but I can't really do it all that much. Instead of creating a New Year's resolution, why don't I do something different? Thinking about what it looks like to really have a fresh start. Because that's what New Year's resolutions do, right? They're a foundation to a fresh start, but they're not always like the most like strong or stable. They're very fragile. I was thinking to myself when I was reading my Bible, I came across this verse from Isaiah 43:18 and 19. It says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." So this verse talks about God having a plan for us. Like he's always making something new. Even when it seems like our life is a wasteland, obstacles in a wilderness, like if that's how our life feels, God's always making a new path for us. He's always making things new. Things like New Year's resolutions can get in the way of that. It's a fragile goal, and so when we don't accomplish it, like I don't run a mile every day, I get frustrated and I end up not, attaining my goal at all. God's got a way for us always. Things of this world we get frustrated with and we automatically give up, and it just hinders God from being able to work in our lives. Not saying you can't create goals, not saying New Year's resolutions aren't great, but when they fall apart, we can't wallow. We have to find a way to start our fresh starts healthy. That could look like a couple of things. I was moving into Chico, I was putting some things away, and I was like picking up some stuff, and I was throwing some things in the trash. There's a couple things from this year that I'm like, okay, I don't really need that, but I'll put it away back at my house. And then it made me have an idea. I was like, okay, so there's some things I'm gonna take into my apartment, and then there's some things I'm gonna leave at my house, which might make my mom mad, but whatever. There's some things I'm gonna leave in the trash and I'm gonna throw away. It's gonna go away and I'm not gonna have it. And that's kind of how we should look at our year. There's some things in 2018 that obviously we want to take with us, and there's some things in 2019 that, we gotta leave some stuff from 2018 behind in order to have a good 2019. Starting with the basics. What are you taking with you and what are you leaving behind? I encourage anyone at home watching this video to make a take and a leave behind list. Whether that's a sticky note, in a journal, on your phone screen, remind yourself like, hey, in 2019, I'm gonna keep myself accountable to taking these things and leaving them behind. They can be as specific or as vague as possible. So here's my take and leave behind list. On my take list, I'm taking grace, giving people grace instead of jumping to being upset. Enthusiasm, because it's a new year, and I'm not gonna say new year, new me. Don't even get me started on that. New year, same Brie. I'll take that. I'll take that one. And I'm taking hope because there's a lot of goals and there's a lot of things I want to accomplish in 2019, and there's a lot of things that I see for myself in 2019, and so I'm gonna take hope that those things happen. Things I'm leaving. Bitterness. My family has a really long tradition of being bitter, and I think that's something that I want to eradicate because I definitely don't want people in my life to experience me being bitter, because it's not a good thing. My kids or my family to ever start getting bitter before they start getting better. So yeah, I'm leaving bitterness. And also superficial. Sometimes I look at things very surface level, and I think a lot of people think I'm like deep, like can be very deep, but honestly for myself, I think I can be more of a deep thinker, and I can critically think a lot better. And so I'm leaving behind superficial, and I want to go deeper. So one of my goals this year actually is to read all the books on my shelf. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 I'm going to read. So that's my goal. So hopefully that'll help me be a better critical thinker. So yes, that's definitely something that I recommend to everyone. By starting our fresh start with a take and leave behind list, it helps us be better people for not only ourselves but other people, because we have this little chunk of a goal that we can continue to remind ourselves of, so that way we can take that through the rest of our year and not have this super huge thing when our life's super busy. On my website, I've created a new place to share our answers to every weekly table. What are we taking, what we leave behind, is on discussion board at tableofplenty.com. Search it, go to the discussion board, click discussion board, and then you can be able to reply there. Instead of me being the middleman to everyone else, we can be on the discussion board, comment on other people's take and leaves or what they feel about a certain topic, so that way we can continue to add more perspective to our table. Also, Table of Plenty is still in need of guest bloggers, so if you have a heart for it and you love to write, please DM me on Instagram at Table of Plenty, or send me an email, fftbrie@gmail.com. Send me something, as long as it aligns to perspective, love, inclusivity, diversity, enlightenment. We would love to post it on on the platform, and to continue to feed perspective to everyone who's watching and everyone who's contributing to Table of Plenty. Thanks y'all for contributing. Make sure you check out the discussion board, write what you're taking and what you're leaving behind. Let's get this fresh start.